Well, and that's fine. I mean,
That's all. That's what I'm asking for in this week is simply we don't know. To me, is not a good answer.
Okay. So is there a problem with this board in regards to allowing a 1-week delay on item 8? Okay. That consensus of the board. Or yes, till the next meeting. And then action on item 35, Supervisor Dober.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I do have I need some clarification on the Mendocino Town Plan Grand Jury Report. If we're going to try to wrap this up today, the finding number 2 from the grand jury states that an LCP includes a land use plan, which may be relevant parts of a local general plan, and an implementation plan, also known as Land Use Development Code or an LUDC. And there's a whole bunch of, I'm going to skip the letters here, but the implementation plan consists of relevant zoning codes, maps, and other legal instruments required to implement the land use plan. The Mendocino Town Plan is the land use plan portion of the town's LCP. It was accepted by the CCC, which is the California Coastal Commission, in 1992, but was not effectively certified until complete LCP was filed with the Secretary of Resources on December 9th, 1996. Our response is the board partially disagrees with this finding in that the Mendocino Town Plan was approved, not accepted by the Coastal Commission in 92. Yet, further down, we seem to contradict that. And that's the part I need some clarification on, because if I look at number 3, wait a minute, I'm sorry.
What page number at the bottom?
This is, well, that was on page 4.
Right.
There seemed to be, oh, in number 3, it states that the grand jury's finding, local and county governments cannot legally apply an LCP or amendments to an LCP prior to certification by the Coastal Commission. An LCP does not take effect until, and there's 4 bullet points. It's, Coastal Commission has certified the LCP as being in compliance with the Coastal Act. The local government has formally accepted the Commission's approval along with suggestion and modifications, and the Coastal Commission has filed a notice of completion or certification with the State Resources Agency. That one, and then there's another spot in here that seemed to contradict our partial disagreement with finding number 2. So either I'm misreading it or confusing some of the acronyms and meanings. To me, we seem to contradict ourselves, and that's the part that I was hoping if we could have a week to do that, or if you want to spend some time today, that's fine. I'm comfortable either way. But as I read it, there seemed to be some contradictions in here.
Okay, well, what I'm hearing is the grand jury is allowing us an extension, so why don't we utilize that extension to the October 7th meeting and get some clarity on this so that we can take action on it at that time. Does that meet approval of the board? Okay, so that's the consensus of the board, and we'll have a 2-week continuance on both of these items. Okay, so that concludes 8 and 35. To the clerk, I did not see a Planning and Building Services Director's report. Okay, none presented. We're right on time, so let's take up discussion on item 9A. This is a timed item for 11:30. This discussion and possible action, including interviews with applicants for appointment to the Mendocino Historical Review Board. And to the clerk of the board as the sponsor.
As contained in the board's agenda packets, this is part of the board's process for interviews to be conducted for candidates for consideration for the Mendocino Historical Review Board. So we've provided a comprehensive packet containing the individual applications, various communications and letters of support, and other general information. And we would defer to County Council for an update on the eligibility status of one of the candidates.
Okay. To the County Council, please.
Right. I have an opinion here from my office that indicates that Barbara Reed, who is a potential candidate, does not reside within the appropriate boundaries of the district and therefore cannot be considered for appointment. And I'm going to have this distributed to each one of the board members in just a few seconds. And I'll also make a copy for Ms. Reed, so she has that for her files.
And to County Council, you've communicated that already with Ms. Reed?
Yes, I have.
And substantiation for that is included on the attached map, is that correct?
That's correct. And it's been confirmed by the planning department as well.
Okay. Ms. Reed, you understand that? Okay. All right. That leaves us with 2 candidates for 2 vacancies. And we can certainly conduct interviews or as utilizing other examples of appointment in lieu of elections, etc. I leave it up to the board for direction of which pathway you would like to take. To maybe the district supervisor, you have any comments?
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Which pathway to take, supervisor?
I would think that in line with previous procedure